And we do have our first caller on the line tonight, and that caller is Quentin, and Quentin's from Jackson. Welcome to Law Call. And what is your question this evening, Quentin?
Well, I was just wondering with workman's comp, I had an injury with someone that's lost his life, my co-worker, and I've been fighting with the employer concerning workman's comp. His contention is that I was not a physical employee, but I have not received a 1099 or a W-2 from him. So I have not been compensated for over a year. I'm suffering from PTSD, still under doctor's care, have not been able to work anymore in construction. So what do you do when the victim is being victimized? I mean, I was found not, had no fault in the accident, but I'm still suffering, and I have not been able to get any help with workman's comp. I had a lawyer, but there was a conflict of interest. They knew each other, and that's all I know.
Wow. Thank you so much for your call, Quentin. We'll go ahead and let our attorneys go ahead and weigh in. Let's see here. Seth, would you like to weigh in?
Sure. Quentin, look, I'm sorry, buddy. I'm sorry that you're having to deal with that. So what you have is what we call a mental claim. A mental claim is something that happens where you, like you said, you got PTSD, and maybe you don't have a physical injury that accompanies it, but certainly you've been harmed, you saw something awful, and now you're dealing with a lot of problems as a result of that. What you're going to have to do, you're going to need to call another attorney. If your attorney that you had has a conflict of interest, call another attorney. Call me, call Joey, call somebody. I can tell you a few different attorneys in the state to call, but you're going to have to go see a therapist, a counselor, somebody who is going to evaluate you and give an opinion that the problems that you're dealing with really originated on the job after that incident. You know, I can talk to you a lot more about it later, but that would be my very basic bones initial advice. First thing, you got to find a lawyer and do that. Even if I don't, if I can't take your case, or if Joey can't take your case, we'll find somebody who will represent you.
Okay. Joey, did you want to add any comments?
Quentin, what I would say is I would do it very quickly. I understood that you said that a year had already passed. You're starting to look at statute of limitations. Once you come up to a 2-year mark, it's a general statute of limitations in Mississippi for that and workers' compensation. So make sure if you're going to find an attorney, you need to do it quickly because they are going to need time to get records together. Seth is absolutely right. You need to see a therapist. That's going to be critical. It's a heightened burden of proof whenever it comes to a mental case. So you're going to need that documentation, and it's going to have to be very thorough, and they're going to have to point back specifically to what happened at work.